John and Gia, thank you very much. An easy night for the two of you, not so much for our competitors in this X Division 60-minute Iron Man Championship match.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a 60-minute Iron Man match for the X Division Championship. The wrestler with the most falls at the end of the match will be declared the winner. Introducing first the challenger. He's accompanied to the ring by Falaba from Los Angeles, California, TJP.
TJP is a former X Division champion. When the bell rings, the individual who scores the most falls via pinfall, submission, disqualification will be declared the winner, and the X Division champion. Cannot wait to call this one with my broadcast colleague, D'Lo Brown. D'Lo will let everybody know how he's feeling in just a second.
His opponent accompanied to the ring by Petey Williams from Toronto, Ontario, Canada. He is the defending X Division champion, the walking weapon, Josh Alexander.
D'Lo, what's going through the minds of these competitors here tonight?
Right now, they're thinking total strategy. They're thinking, how do I approach this? Do I make the first move? Do I lay back and wait? What do I do? Because I believe the person who gains the first fall will have a decided advantage going in.
Josh Alexander, we have talked about facing this young man, and you better bring a lunch pail. It is going to be a long, hard, physical battle in the ring with the walking weapon, Josh Alexander. Scott D'Amore thought so much of these two competitors that last week he told them, you're going to be involved in the first ever BTI 60-minute Iron Man match. And as everybody looks at their clocks right now, yes, folks, we know this match is going to spill into Impact Wrestling at the top of the 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time hour. 60 minutes on the clock. Here we go. You will see the 60-minute clock in the screen right there behind the competitors throughout this match. Periodically, the clock will continue to go through our commercial breaks. And this match available in its entirety thanks to social and digital media. D'Lo, at what point do the nerves start to go away?
That first lockup. Like once you engage your partner, your opponent for the first time, that's when it goes away. Now you get back to, I said, strategy. Now you get back to how do I chip away at him? And man, these two, anytime they get together, it's a classic. I cannot believe we're going to sit here for 60 minutes and watch this beauty unfold.
TJP and Josh Alexander for the X Division Championship of the world here in Impact Wrestling. And as we've gone to commercial break on BTI, the action continues here. The clock continues to tick down. It is a true 60 minutes and a test of strength between these two men, between Josh Alexander and TJP. When it comes to the wrestling side of things, D'Lo, many people right on paper would say that Alexander has the advantage. Is that true?
I wouldn't say that Josh Alexander has the advantage because
shoulders down.
Because he is so disciplined in the wrestling aspect where TJ offsets it with his joint manipulation and his submission work. So both men are pretty much even in many, many ways.
Josh Alexander trying to use his strength and get TJP shoulders down into the canvas. TJP, monkey flip, floats over.
Oh, nice.
Squeeze it.
And that's a position that TJP might not want to be in. And it's funny because he's in the guard position there of Josh Alexander, but both men fighting free.
Yeah, it was definitely a stalemate there. And TJ did not want to be there. It might have looked like a disadvantage for Josh Alexander being on his back, but because Josh had his legs wrapped around him, around TJP, it negated the whole thing.
So both men back to a vertical base again. Most falls, pinfalls, submissions, disqualifications, all normal ways to pick up victories in wrestling matches. They apply here. But it's at the end of 60 minutes, whoever has the most falls will be victorious and the X Division champion.
Yeah, I mean, this is like a soccer game. It could be 1-0 or it could be 10-2. You don't know. It is, now we just sit back and wait to see this unfold.
truly have to be a special kind of an athlete to know you're going to go into the ring for 1 full hour. And we'll find out who the better man is here. Great idea to have this match on BTI. And it will culminate on Impact Wrestling. If we've done the math right, D'Lo, it should be about 8 to 9 minutes into Impact that we'll be getting into our 60th minute, and then we should have an X Division champion.
Ref, watch your shoulders. You know, and whoever comes out of this on top, it's going to be a feather in their cap. First of all, to go 60 minutes. Second of all, to go against the guy who you know is your equal in the ring. This is
shoulders down.
And right there, even again, no, now the pace elevates up.
And you have to, as much as maybe TJP would want to keep things going at an elevated pace, he knows he's got 60 minutes to do this. He can't burn quickly.
Yeah, this is a marathon, not a sprint. You're not built to try to win this match in 4 or 5 minutes. You've got to pace yourself. And there you go, Josh Alexander getting control. And you see smartly, he's putting that foot on top of TJ's other foot to stop any kind of reversals.
When we get back on BTI on Access TV, I want to ask you about Josh Alexander, the ankle lock, and if he can get it in once, what's going to prevent him from getting it in twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, and forcing TJP to tap out multiple times in this match?
And that would be something, and that would be a strategy I would try. Nice by TJ. Look, oh, good. We're going to a bow and arrow.
Alexander's got to watch his shoulders. They're off the canvas here, and he's got TJP locked up, putting a lot of pressure.
TJ's got to alleviate the pressure off his ankles and try to reverse this to flip over. There it is.
There he does. And Alexander knew it was there and was able to escape. And another stalemate between these two.
And you can see right now they're just feeling each other out. This is about just seeing what your opponent's got.
Balancing act perhaps between these two. Have you seen anything from either one that's given an advantage yet?
No, right now they're playing everything close to the vest. And who can blame them? You don't want to give up any kind of secrets and create a disadvantage for yourself.
There you go.
TJP trying to get wrist control here of Josh Alexander. The 60-minute Iron Man match, and now Alexander able to reverse, looking for a throw. TJP comes around the other side. This is the 60-minute Iron Man match for the X Division Championship between champion Josh Alexander and the challenger TJP. Starting here on BTI, continues on Impact on Access TV, and it is 0-0 thus far. Fala out here with TJP, Petey Williams with Josh Alexander, Josh Matthews, and D'Lo Brown on the call. D'Lo, thus far it's been perfectly even, yes?
Yeah, it's a game of human chess. It is just move and then counter and just feeling each other out. And those who watched the break saw just pure flat-out wrestling and hold and counter hold. So right now we are flat even.
You see the clock on the screen in the background. Both athletes know that it will pop up periodically, so that gives them an idea, D'Lo, of where they're at. It's like a golfer checking the leaderboard as he walks off the hole. You want to know where you're at, or do you not want to know how much time's left?
Yeah, but you don't want to spend too much time clock watching, because that could distract you from what's going on in the ring, and if you get distracted, that can, all it takes is 3 seconds.
Especially maybe if you're down 1-0, right? And then all of a sudden you're looking up at the clock and you're thinking, I'm down, I've got to get back in this. So you've got to, I guess what you're saying is stay in the fight?
You got to stay in the fight and stay in the moment. If you allow yourself to drift away and look or start thinking about what I got to do, that's when you slip up and make a mistake.
Follow out, trying to cheer on his buddy TJP. Again, folks, this match coming from last week. Scott DeMore finding these guys and saying, you guys can fight all night. Makes this first ever BTI 60-minute Iron Man match. And TJ, look at this. These two can put on a clinic, can't they?
Just hold and counter on. It is beautiful to watch.
Both men looking for that all-important first fall. D'Lo talked about it earlier. how important it is to get out 1-0, and then how does your strategy change if you do get out 1-0? Do you start playing defense? Do you stick and move? Do you get away?
See, for me, you play a little defense, but a guy like Josh Alexander, for example, he's going to keep pressing. A guy like TJP is going to keep pressing, so even if someone gets out to a 1-0 advantage, I see them trying to make it 2-0. I don't see them laying in wait and just trying to hold on for a 1-0 win.
You know, it's interesting. I use a lot of sports analogies, but it's like what they say about the dime defense. All it does is prevent you from winning.
Yes.
You don't want to go into that dime prevent. You want to keep pressing and you want to keep going.
You dance with the girl you brought to the table. You stay there where we got you there, and the minute you try to change your game plan 90% of the way through, you tend up losing most of the time.
Josh Alexander has been known to make people submit with an ankle lock. And right now he's working on the arm, the shoulder, the wrist, the fingers, the hand of TJP.
See, this is a different strategy for Josh Alexander. He's going up high. He usually tries to work on the ankle, and here he's on the arm, weakening the left arm to TJP.
Perhaps trying to systematically dissect. Did you see the way that Alexander was driving his knuckles into the bicep of TJP? There's nothing that Alexander misses.
No, and that's, once again, you're not trying to beat anybody with that. He's trying to inflict a little more damage and get in their mind and try to get them off their game plan.
There's nothing that TJP misses either,
Oh,
though.
no.
He is such a joy to watch, and that's a strange thing to say in wrestling, but he's so silky smooth inside the ring. Everything that TJP does is just, it's amazing to me. It really is.
I mean, this is pure wrestling, what we're watching here, and what we're going to watch, and these two are damn near the best in the world at it.
I mean, you look at everything going on with these two right now, where we sit here in Impact Wrestling as TJ counters with a beautiful Hurricane Rana.
Look at that right there. You got to always watch TJ because he can counter anything at any time.
Alexander goes to the outside knee. He may not be safe out there.
You can tell these two know each other extremely well.
Josh Alexander, now you don't want to get distracted with follow, because that allows TJP to do that.
And TJ's going to capitalize on it like he did right there. You can't take your eyes off him, not in a match like this.
Yes, we take one more look, D.
Look at this, TJ with that inside-to-out drop kick there. And now we can say advantage one side right now, because TJ definitely has the advantage right now.
TJP slingshots back into the ring. Let's see if he goes for a cover with 50 minutes to go. He does, and a kick out. You heard referee Brian Hebner counting when both men were on the outside. Now, a double count out is moot because it makes it's one fall for each competitor, but if you do get a count out victory, that counts towards your falls.
Yeah, if you get a count out, it's 1-0. I mean, by hook or by crook, it's 1-0.
So 50 minutes remaining in this match. That puts us 44 minutes or so away from the start of Impact Wrestling on Access TV and 44 nights away from Slammiversary. We're getting closer to Against All Odds, but we're going to do our best, folks, to keep our focus and our attention on this Iron Man match and give it the spotlight that it deserves. Back suplex by TJP.
See, right there,
Hold that thought, cover, and a kick out. Go ahead,
right there I saw a change of strategy from TJ. Normally he goes for those three amigos, the three suplexes in a row, but there he changed it and hit it just a regular suplex in the middle of the side suplex there. So I'm wondering if he's just trying to get Josh off his game plan a little bit.
And you think about how physical this match has been in the early going. I mean, again, as you break it up into quarters, if you want to do that, 60 minutes. They're still in the first quarter.
Yeah, this is early on. I mean, we got dragon screw. Look at that. You see the way TJ's knee just twerked around and ooh.
All to set up perhaps the ankle lock later for Josh Alexander. Rapid fire boots from TJP. He spins free.
That's like a leg DDT.
Yeah, very interesting move. And explain that to me, D'Lo, as he takes the bottom of the foot and he drives it into the canvas. Does that send shockwaves up the entire leg?
Up the ankle, it jars the Achilles, it jars the knee. So it's a way of weakening the leg.
And now TJP shoulders down of Josh Alexander as we still look for our first fall here in this matchup for the X Division Championship, and Alexander's got to keep his shoulders off the mat while TJP is trying to break the ankle.
Oh, Josh, ooh, look at that knee bar here. Josh, have you ever called a 60-minute Ironman match before?
30-minute knockouts Ironman match, the longest match I've called. So no, to answer your question, is TJ going to cover and kick?
Obviously, I've never done it before, so I'm giddy as a school kid right now. You know, my free lunch, I'm happy as hell.
Yeah, it is an absolute joy to provide the soundtrack to this match for the X Division Championship. Certainly our pleasure, and we thank you for joining us here. And TJP up and driven back down.
What? It was like a short pile driver there. You see Josh is noticing that TJ's trying to counter out, and he just drove his head right in the mat.
Typically, you can handstand out
Yes.
of a hold like this. That's what TJ was thinking, and Alexander, for the second time, drives his head like a hammer into a nail into the canvas.
What a smart counter.
I don't know if TJ will look to handstand out again. No, he doesn't. He spins, and he will find a way out.
If he hooks this to back bridge leg lock now, like I said, this is 5 points of pressure, but he can't get the neck. Josh Alexander's fighting him off. Oh, smart.
Alexander just snatched the head, and look at this. Both men back to their feet. TJ spins, looking for another hold here, an abdominal stretch. Alexander reverses. And look at this double hook.
No.
TJ spun his way into it, quickly realized what was going on, shoulders down, and a kick out. Back and forth they go, and now cross arm breaker. Alexander comes over, shoulders, look at the strength. TJ got out of that and almost had Alexander down. And now
Ankle lock, there it is, ankle lock.
TJP may be forced to tap out. He's trying to get to the bottom rope. Alexander, German suplex. Rolling through with the X Division title on the line in an Ironman match. Look at the strength of Josh Alexander.
Oh,
wow, D'Lo, that one had torque, shoulders down, and a kick out.
Oh, look at this. My goodness. TJ absorbed those 3 suplexes and comes right back up into an armbar.
Don't let him get behind your back. Go!
TJP had Josh Alexander, now another cross arm breaker. Was that former, did he have a Kimura on him, D'Lo?
It looked like a Kimura. I couldn't really see if he had the underhook on it. But Josh gets right back to the ankle. This time the opposite ankle. He's working on both of them.
That is an ankle lock, and TJP makes it to the bottom rope, and I believe there's a cut on the forehead of Josh Alexander, so that's something to pay attention to.
Yeah, I didn't see when that happened. It just must have happened in the muddle there when they were just close quartered.
We're trying to get a shot of the forehead of Josh Alexander to see if that's where the blood is trickling from. It looks like it is.
It looks
just a big chop.
Yeah, it looks right over top of his eye, is it? I can't really tell.
Back up and back down. Courtesy of the back suplex. There's a cover by Josh Alexander. Shoulders down and a kick out by TJP.
And I think Josh Alexander just noticed the blood himself. But, you know, one thing you can know about Josh Alexander, a little blood ain't going to stop this man. He just keeps walking right into the fire.
I don't know if a broken bone would stop him. Here's a competitor in Alexander who broke his neck once.
Right, had his ear ripped off, literally, and came back to wrestle. Put his headgear on and came back to wrestle.
And I'm not sure, D'Lo, but I believe that his nose is bleeding. So I don't know if the blood on the forehead is courtesy from the nose, but again, there's blood pouring out of the face of Josh Alexander. TJP hooks the ropes. Alexander spins him. Oh, and kicks out the ankle.
Creative. Come on. Yeah, it looks like just some swelling around the nose, and yeah, you're right, there is blood coming from the nose.
Come on, TJ.
It's not going to affect Josh Alexander all that much, but these shots to the inside of the leg, the knee, the ankle, that will affect TJP in this match.
Yeah, that's soft tissue in there, and that just weakens the stability of your knee. You know, with TJ using a lot of joint manipulation, you know, using his legs, this is very smart game plan.
I was about to say Falaba cheering on TJP, trying to do whatever he can to keep his buddy and his friend in this match.
And TJ was trying to create a little space, but Josh Alexander was having nothing to do with that. And I mean, oh, right off the bat there, nice chop.
Very competitive matchup here. Ironman match, 60 minutes. It's 0-0 right now as Alexander again stomps on the ankle. D'Lo, at what point does he look for the ankle lock, hold it in, lock it in, and try to get that first fall?
Well, you want to make sure it's softened up enough. You don't want to go to it too soon. That'll expose your game plan. So you want to put as much damage on it. I would think somewhere around the 25, 30-minute mark, I would start really going after that ankle.
And, oh! Alexander comes running in. Now he goes for another cover and a kick out. The covers are coming more rapidly at this point, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I believe the covers are coming more rapidly, and that's a way of feeling your opponent out, see what they're, how much energy they've spent, see what they got going on.
And right now, Josh Alexander putting his weight, putting his pressure on the back of TJP.
Josh, I don't know if you've noticed it, but the intensity is kind of ratcheted up a little bit. It's getting a little more, a little more violent out there, a little more, you hold on a little tighter.
Yeah, certainly seeing that develop in these athletes, and that's only going to develop and becoming more and more as we get going here in this 60-minute Ironman match. Now TJP sent for the ride, goes low and a big drop kick there. Explosive offense from TJP, and again creating separation between himself and Josh Alexander. Both of these men look like they've been in a battle and they've got a long way to go. Fala trying to get something over TJP. It is a 60-minute Ironman match for the X Division Championship between TJP and Josh Alexander. Starting here on BTI, continuing on impact. The score 0-0, and TJP is looking to face wash Josh Alexander.
There you go.
Now, this move is meant to just bother you and piss you off, but oh, look at that. Alexander did not let TJ get that final boot in.
TJP looking for more offense out of the corner, looking for a cover, shoulders down, TJ reverses, shoulders down.
Oh, nice.
Now back they go, and Josh Alexander got the first cover. He got the first one.
Whoa, that's Josh Alexander's not 1-0.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the fall, Josh Alexander.
And you saw the clock on the screen, less than 40 minutes to go. Right now, what's going to happen, folks, is both men are going to have 30 seconds. The match time continues. It's like a soccer match, if you will. The match time continues, but they do have 30 seconds. TJ will get to a neutral corner. They'll get a chance to get to their feet. TJ knows he's down 1-0. The champion is up 1-0, and D'Lo, with this point in the match, with less than 40 minutes, how does it change the mindset for both competitors versus the champion?
So right now, Josh Alexander has got the early advantage, so he knows he's in the driver's seat. So he doesn't have to keep pressing. Yes, he wants to continue to go. He wants to go out there and make it 2-0, but he doesn't have to try so hard. For TJ, everything is in his hands right now. He's got to even this up to have a chance, because you can clearly, easily lose 1-0.
60.
You hear the referee counting. He's going to go all the way to 30, folks. They have 30 seconds between falls. Both individuals were told this before the match started. Josh knows it. He's down on that bottom buckle, getting his wind back, getting his oxygen back. It doesn't look like he's breathing hard, does it?
It's not anything at all. He's just ready to go. And this is meant to make sure there's no disadvantage after a fall. You can't just steamroll somebody and get multiple falls. That's why this 30-second break is there.
And now here we go. The match continuing with Josh Alexander, the champion, up 1-0. We'll see what Josh does here to change up, if at all, and what the challenger TJP does, knowing he's down 1-0.
Well, if I were TJ, I know I'd try to up the tempo. I'd try to get Josh Alexander backpedaling a little bit.
So TJ, his objective is to even things up 1-1. And then D'Lo, the question becomes, if Alexander gets another one, if he goes up 2-0, how hard will it be for TJP to secure 2 pins, 2 falls?
I mean, think about it. That's hard. I mean, being down 1 is one thing. Being down 2-0, it's impossible to come back, because it would take 3 falls for you to win this match.
Yeah, you think about timing, and you think about you know, overtime, sudden death style. Again, what was also explained to the athletes before this match, if it comes to that. TJ floats over, shoulders down, and Alexander rolls free.
There's a nice cravat there TJ's got locked in.
You know, when you think about this, and we've been talking about strategy throughout this match, how much does it change for Alexander? He doesn't have to go for pins. He doesn't have to go for submissions. He should stay in control, but he doesn't have to try to get any victories.
Well, he's not going 100%, okay? I can tell you that. He's not going to go full on board like it's tied or he's down. But I can tell you this, he's going to continue to keep going forward, just not as aggressively. Well, maybe I'm wrong. Wow.
Come on.
Well, maybe he feels that, you know, when he's in this match with TJP, maybe he feels one's not enough. You know, you get some insurance runs if you can.
I would think one is not enough. I would not try to win 1-0. I would try to win, you know, 2-3-0. I'm trying to get as many falls as I can to make it more difficult for TJ to come back on.
I mean, especially with how much time's left in this one. We're not even 30 minutes in, and TJP is still down. Josh Alexander gives him a bit of a reprieve as TJP is not showing anybody his nose or his face. Have to wonder what's going on there. Oh! Backbreaker, cover by Alexander. They're going to go up 2-0, and a kick out by TJP. And Alexander going right back to the back of TJP.
Now, this is bodes well in the hands of Josh Alexander. Every minute you can keep TJ on the defense is a minute you're closer to winning this thing.
You said you never called an Ironman match. What's the longest match you ever wrestled in?
I wrestled 30 minutes in Japan, ironically with Kojima.
Oh, but you're happy that you're doing this now instead.
Yeah, it's a lot better on the back.
First ever BTI 60-minute Ironman match. TJP is down on the floor. Alexander will back off, and he can get a fall here. If referee Brian Hebner gets to 10, it's 2-0.
No, look at that. Josh Alexander did not want to get a fall that way. He goes out to the floor. Look at him. He's not settling on getting a count out.
Get it out there. Let's go. Get it in the ring. Let's go.
If TJP comes back and wins this one, Josh Alexander may look at this moment in time and say, I should have taken that second fall.
Yeah. I mean, to me, look, a win's a win, a fall's a fall. I don't care how you get it. Count out, pin, submission. Those are all part of the rules. Use them.
And maybe Alexander is thinking that as well. How much damage can I do on the outside? I'll jump back in with 8 or 9 seconds. And there's 8, so he is back in. And he breaks the count.
Yeah, he's not looking to get a fall out there. He's looking to inflict damage, but not get maybe in his mind, a cheap fall.
Interesting. Well, this is the kind of competitor that we've understood and learned.
Is Josh bringing him back into the ring?
Josh Alexander is carrying TJP back inside the ring. Wow. That speaks volumes for how Josh Alexander wants to be known.
What is it? This is an octopus hold in the ropes.
Not legal, can't get you a fall, but can do some serious, serious damage.
And it can switch momentum.
Oh, TJP firing away.
Josh Alexander lost his headgear.
The headgear of Josh Alexander, that's been a signature of his throughout his career, and he's...
What the hell is... What the heck?
And now Alexander's got TJP.
Oh my goodness! What the hell?
Stretching every muscle and fiber inside the body of TJP.
I have been around wrestling a long time. I have never, ever seen that before.
That is a painful predicament to be in. TJ has his hand clutched on his lower back, but that had to be hurting in every part of the body of TJP.
I mean, that's beyond 5 points of pressure. That's pressure everywhere. You got the ropes getting across your neck, your low back, and you're in the Iron Maiden. I mean, just ridiculous.
And you can hear Petey Williams on the outside say, this is your pace, not his. And when you're up 1-0, you set the pace.
Yeah, and there it is. Josh Alexander isn't laying back and waiting and playing defense. He's continuing to attack. And the best defense is a good offense.
Josh Alexander is the X Division champion. He is in control right now of TJP. Can he keep it going in this 60-minute Ironman match? there by TJP. And TJP looking for an opening, looking for a spot. D'Lo, if he can get back in here, he can tie this thing up and we'll be all square.
You know, I'm looking at the clock and there's 32 something on the clock. I can't quite see it, but you know, TJ's got to start. TJ's got to start thinking. I got to get a fall. I got to get a fall in the next 5 or 10 minutes to have a chance at winning this thing.
TJP superplex off the top, and that fall may be coming momentarily with 32 minutes to go.
Oh,
Alexander!
Whoa, no.
Both men spill to the floor.
Come on.
Oh, my goodness.
TJ.
So first the superplex, then it looked like TJP was getting something going. Alexander reversed it, and both men crash and burn to the floor.
Yeah, it looks like Josh Alexander lost his balance a little bit, stepped back too close to the ropes, and then just both of them, just momentum took them right to the floor.
Get it together.
Trying to see where each man is favoring. It looks like the shoulder of Alexander. Falaba telling TJ, get in the ring, get the fall. He's saying point, but he means fall to get this thing 1-1.
Well, it's almost like a point. This is a soccer match.
No, absolutely it is.
Oh, shot right to the kidneys and ribs.
And now both men on the apron, trying to get back into this match.
And man,
And the urgency lies with the challenger, though, doesn't it?
Definitely right now, the urgency. When the champ's up, the champ has all the advantages, and now he's up 1-0. Yes, all the urgency lays right at the feet of TJP.
And Alexander's going to, this time he takes him straight down.
TJ's spine went right across the edge of the ring there. That is just brutal.
That's where wood meets steel.
Wow.
Come on, you gotta get in the ring. Let's go. It's enough.
Where this ring comes together, and that was painful to watch.
And we say it all the time, that's the hardest part of the ring, because that's where the most support is in this ring, is around the edging. And TJ's spine just went flat up against it.
Challenger back inside the ring. Here comes the champion slithering back in, and TJP goes all the way to the other side.
Yeah, creating space.
And,
Josh Alexander cut that space down in a second.
Space was limited, to say the least.
Yeah. And you can see right there, TJ's hurting. I mean, Josh Alexander sacrificed himself there. That's how much this means.
Josh Alexander, we've seen him throw that cross body to the outside. Never seen him do it 30 minutes into an Iron Man match, being up 1-0. But nonetheless, that's Alexander only knows one way.
Can I say, we're 30 minutes in, and you know when something is good when time seems to just fly right by. I can't believe it's already been.
There's a cover, and a kick out.
I can't believe it's already been 30 minutes. I want more. I want more. I got 30 more minutes. Let's go.
Well, for you and I, it's great.
Yeah.
For the competitors inside the ring, it probably feels like an eternity.
Yeah,
It has been 30 minutes. We are halfway through. It is 1-0. Didn't mean to interrupt you there, D'Lo. Just getting everybody reset.
No, you got to keep that score up there, because, you know, everybody needs to know where we are and what's going on and what's at stake right here. TJP is down 1-0, and he's hurting. He's on defense right now, hurting.
TJ trying to fire back, and every shot of Alexander just seems like it means so much more.
And at no point has Josh Alexander throttled back at all. He is just buzzsawing through TJP right now, trying to exert
No, with
his
the
will.
exception of not going for rapid pins like he was earlier, you would think that Alexander's down 3-0.
Yeah, I mean, he's working like, yes, he's wrestling like he is down this match. That's a good point. Ooh, they lost control of each other there.
Yep, Alexander hangs on to the ropes. Here comes TJP, and TJP like a magician spinning free. And TJP trying to get anything going. Look at this, folks. And now it's Josh Alexander in this Iron Man match. Goes for the cover to go up 2-0 and a kick out. It's 1-0 Josh Alexander. It's been 30-plus minutes thus far for the X Division Championship here on BTI. Don't forget folks, the final minutes of this match will take place on Impact Wrestling on Access TV. But right now, the champion is in the driver's seat.
Just that little sequence that happened moments ago lets you know how well these two men know each other. It was move, counter move, and then Josh Alexander gets that powerbomb onto the knee, and my goodness, Josh is really taking it to TJ.
TJP off the other side, crossbody, shoulders down, and a kick out. TJ looked a little low on the body of Alexander there.
Yeah, he didn't get quite the leverage he needed for a good pin, but now...
Has it here, has it here! And Alexander just barely got that shoulder off. Good call by referee Brian Hebner.
Now TJ's got to get a little higher. He's got to get a little higher, put that pressure on him.
Changes his game plan and now looking for a submission hold here.
It's an Indian death lock. I haven't seen this move in a long time.
And you can see TJP using his one free leg, his foot, and putting the pressure on the thigh, the knee of Alexander, trying everything he can do to get more pressure on this hold. And Alexander, now he's got to watch his shoulders. And D'Lo, you just get the feeling that TJP is so close to tying this thing up 1-1.
Yeah, you can feel it, but you can also feel the, TJ is starting to push a little more.
Look at this.
Look at him,
Look at this.
They're just slapping the hell out of each other.
And Alexander, he's got a hold of TJP. There's the ankle lock. And TJP grabs the bottom rope. He will be forced to break the hold of Alexander. It was about 40 minutes in that Josh Alexander secured the first pinfall. It was pretty quick, D'Lo. They were going back and forth, and Alexander was able to get TJP down for 3 quick seconds.
Yeah, definitely a counter. It was a reversal to a reversal and really like a flash pin there. And ever since then, TJ's been on the back foot. He's been on the defense and not gotten out of the starting blocks, really.
TJP pinned Josh Alexander 7 nights ago in a tag team match on Impact Wrestling on Access TV. It ultimately has led us here. And this
stalled vertical suplex.
He's about 14 seconds
yeah, I mean,
right now.
Look at I just started looking at my watching. Oh. What vertical strength and what core strength from Josh Alexander. TJ's been upside down for almost 25 seconds now. What, my goodness.
This is the point where maybe his feet and legs are starting to fall asleep. They've been up there, all the blood rushing down.
Yes, and this is when you're going to get your opponent just dizzy with all that extra blood up in his head area. Mike.
Look at Alexander shaking some feeling back into his own legs. He can keep him up here for the next 20, 23 minutes and win.
Yeah, I mean, if he can just keep him here, I don't know if he can, but...
And now takes him down.
And that's like a roller coaster. You sit on the edge, waiting to go down the hill, waiting, and all of a sudden, there it is.
There's a cover. Let's see if we can get 2-0 here, and TJP kicks out. You heard Falaba saying shake your legs when you're up there. That's trying to knock the balance of Alexander off. TJP couldn't do anything up there. And to D'Lo's point, you're up there upside down. All the blood's rushing to your head. It's starting to throb. You can probably barely see, barely breathe, and then you're dropped violently on your back.
Yeah, and that's just torture on top of torture. And now Josh Alexander's got that knee square in the back and is just trying to wear TJ down.
And that's exactly what Josh Alexander has done to TJP. He's worn him down. He's taken the excitement of TJP out of this match. The sudden offense, the flash offense of TJP has been taken away.
Yeah, this is definitely Josh Alexander's pace. This is where he wants to be. And right now, this match is falling deeply on the side of Josh Alexander.
Alexander has TJP so well scouted. Typically in a position like they were just in, TJ would have countered into some sort of a donkey kick. Alexander broke the hold, shot him into the buckle.
This is Corey's special here. And this is hard to get out of here. There's only one or two ways to get out of this. No, wait, go for a pin.
Into a backslide pin position and a kick out. Flipped him over, shoulders down. And now back and forth. This is how fall number 1 came, folks. Pay close attention. Here comes Josh Alexander. TJP, shoulders down. Back and forth they go.
Yeah, you see TJ.
TJ even this up.
Yeah, you see TJ trying to get underneath the legs there, trying to get more
Shoulders
leverage.
down. Got him. Oh, the shoulder was up.
The shoulder
was up. He's trying to do everything he can.
If he can step
TJP.
over, it's a sharpshooter here.
With the hands locked up, there's nowhere for Josh Alexander to go. He can't wiggle free. TJ's going to change position.
TJ's at the back bridge here. He's just trying to inflict multiple damage on places. And you notice he's not staying in anything too long, not allowing Josh Alexander to figure out how to counter.
TJP has Alexander again. Is Alexander going to verbally tap out? Would he have tapped out? Would he have said, I can't go any longer? Break the hold, get this thing evened up, and get that 30-second break.
There's that rope break there. It was one of the only ways to get out of that for Josh Alexander.
And Alexander is holding on to that bottom rope like he's holding on to his X Division championship tonight.
So TJ trying to get some wind back in him, trying to just get everything back on track, to regroup a little bit.
TJP trying to lock up Alexander. Spins out, waist lock, German suplex.
And did you see how limp TJ's body just went? He's taken a lot of punishment in the 30+ minutes of this match so far.
It has been absolutely brutal. And really, you have to go back to that 40 minutes left mark, so 20 minutes in, where Josh Alexander secured the first fall. The match has changed since then for both athletes.
Yeah, I mean, it has totally been one-sided toward Josh Alexander. And TJ, a sense of desperation has got to set in soon. I mean, we are well past the 30-minute mark, coming up on the 40-minute mark, and he's not even gotten close to getting a 3 count yet.
And Alexander still in control. TJP, can he get anything going here? Can this flurry lead to momentum?
That knife edge chop just cutting the chest of TJP.
TJ comes back up, and now a sense of urgency. Is that urgency growing inside like fire burning inside of TJP? Here he comes, and a counter by the champion quells everything TJP had going. What a stop by Josh Alexander to TJP in this Iron Man match for the X Division Championship. Everything that TJ just did, D-Lo, was all for naught.
Every time TJ gets a little momentum going, gets a little groove going, tries to string something together, Josh Alexander just cuts it right down, cuts him down at the knees, and goes right back on offense. TJ has been on the back foot ever since the first fall.
And now Alexander going after the ankle of TJP, perhaps looking with 20 minutes to go, less than 20 minutes to go, for one more fall, that insurance fall, to go up 2-0 and basically secure the X Division Championship.
Yeah, if another fall happens, there's no way Josh Alexander can lose this, because TJP has shown nothing that would say he could score, one fall, let alone 2 or 3. So another fall right now for Josh Alexander would essentially end this match.
Come on, TJ.
TJP knows that and is fighting with everything he has. I think Josh Alexander just glanced up at the screen. The clock is up there right now, so he knows that he's sub 20 minutes
and that's
to go in this thing.
That's the first time I've noticed either competitor looking up at the clock. So now is Josh Alexander clock watching a little bit? Does that take him out of his game plan?
I was with you earlier in the match with about 30 to 40 minutes to go, but do you think with this much time left that is the case, or he's thinking, okay, I got to do A, B, and C with this amount of time left, and I'll be just fine?
And only time will tell. I know I would be looking at it going, I'm up 1-0, I'm up 1-0, I've got to get a second fall.
Ooh.
I've got to get a second fall.
Insecurity there by TJP, trying to create some separation, trying to get anything going here with just about 18 minutes to go. Alexander slips out the back, and Alexander sends TJP into the post yet again, and the challenger still gets 1 or 2 things going, and then he's just stopped by the champion.
I would be so frustrated right now if I were TJP, because the stop, start, he can never get anything rolling. Look at this, single leg crab on the top rope.
Absolutely incredible. Alexander He'll hold on till 4.5, then he'll release. He's not going to risk losing a fall.
Would it be
via disqualification?
Would it be smart strategy to keep him locked up there, give up the fall, but inflict so much damage you could capitalize on it after the 30-second break?
That'd be a tough move to do because you're giving up a fall and getting it tied up 1-1. And Alexander, he just over-muscled him.
Yeah, core strength there.
Covered. And a kick out by TJP, and now the back of TJ.
And you see how Josh Alexander is leaning on TJ, pushing his forward. That is cutting off TJ's wind because you're bending at the waist. It's making it hard to breathe. And TJ is just literally out of his game.
Yeah, it's really been Josh Alexander dictating pace, dictating speed, and then violent offense. And really, then TJ gets something going. You think he's going to get it going, and then Josh shuts him down. That's been the story of the last 40 to 45 minutes.
And this has been all Josh Alexander. It's been his game, his pace, his rhythm, everything. TJ's had flashes, but Josh has really, really, really controlled this match.
It's one of those matches, D'Lo, that you have to really see to appreciate, to watch, to appreciate, because if this thing does end 1-0, you think as a fan, oh, it was close. But it really wasn't close. It was Josh Alexander controlling everything, and he just happened to secure one fall, and that was it.
Well, look at this. If Josh can hook the chin here, this cross-face chicken wing, but no.
TJP did a great job there of going right to the buckle, then going low, and creating separation. So now, again, the window is slightly open for the challenger to get back into this thing.
And I see, Fala is whispering words of encouragement there. I think Fala's feels the desperation right now because he can see the clock. He knows what's going on. He knows the score.
How can you not feel a sense of urgency, a sense of desperation right now if you're the challenger TJP looking to become the X Division champion here against Josh Alexander? Submission hold by TJP, trying to get the arms unlocked, and he does so, and this is just a brutal battle back and forth. With the X Division Championship on the line, TJP is trying to get this thing evened up 1-1 against the champion, Josh Alexander. Shoulders down and a kick out. It is 1-0 Alexander. We've taken our final break in BTI. The next thing that will happen, folks, we will come up on Impact Wrestling on Access TV for the final minutes of this match. Will it be 1-0? Will it be 1-1? What else is going to happen with 15 total minutes to go?
What I know right now, what has to happen is TJ's got to elevate his game just like that. He has got to pick up the pace and change the momentum of this match because he is desperately needing a fall ASAP.
The clock will pop up periodically on the screen. These two have been going at it for 45 minutes. It has been a brutal back and forth affair with hold after hold, move after move, attack after attack.
You can see
now TJ.
Look, you see TJ starting to try to step the game up, trying to press the action.
TJP looking to slingshot to the outside, and he caught Josh Alexander. They haven't spent a lot of time on the outside, and when they have, it's been Alexander in control.
But I'll go back to TJ was hurt laying on the floor, and Josh Alexander broke the count on several occasions. I wonder if that's going to come back to hurt Josh Alexander in the end.
Both men on the outside here. TJP looking for a DDT on the floor.
Oh no, Josh counters it. Oh my goodness.
Josh Alexander just suplexed TJP's body into the side of the ring, and TJP crumbled like a house of cards.
Now right now, if you're Josh Alexander, you stay down there and let you guys get both counted out. Now it's 2-1, it's even, but you've killed off essentially 3 or 4 minutes of the clock.
Plus the 30 seconds in between. It's a great thought process. Now he's at 9 as the referee. Alexander gets back in. That breaks the double count of the official. And TJP, he looks so spent. He looks like he's been wrestling for an hour.
Looks like he's wrestling for a day. I mean, look at him.
Alexander shakes free and now stares down his challenger, followed by out here. Petey Williams out here.
Look at that. Look, TJ just desperately holding on to Josh Alexander's ankle.
TJP He is down, crumbled, trying to climb up the body of Alexander. Alexander can sit here all night. He knows he's up 1-0.
The clock is now in Josh Alexander's favor. We are under 15 minutes. This is all Alexander's time right now, and every second here on the floor is a second less TJ has to win.
And those seconds quickly turn into minutes, and before you know it, you're back in the locker room being told you didn't win. Alexander turns his back on the challenger and sits and waits, and now comes back out.
You hear what Josh Alexander said? He was upending this.
Oh boy,
Oh,
and
no.
this may end it. This may end it.
If he hits this on the floor, this is over.
Oh, and Petey Williams stopped Josh. Oh,
Spit on his face.
from delivering the death knell. And what is Alexander? He's
You can't do that up there. No, come on, man.
and even Petey Williams is pleading with, and what's this? Chris Sabin, Trey Miguel.
And you hear everyone pleading like, don't do this, man. This guy's got a family. Don't do this.
TJP,
Oh, my goodness.
look at this! Oh, he just flattened him! TJP flattens Josh Alexander, the colleagues of Josh Alexander. Chris Sabin, Trey Miguel, Petey Williams, who's been out here with Josh since minute number 1, telling him, don't do this. You want to be proud of how you win this match. You do that by ending it in the ring.
And now TJ making the slow, long crawl back to the ring. If he can get in the ring and get a count out, hell, that's just as good as it'll tie it up, as good as a fall.
Josh Alexander smelled blood in the water, and he started to go too far over the edge. And there's Eddie Edwards and Alicia. We're told there was a sellout at the monitor, and they want to get closer. Jordan Grace, Rachel Ellering, referees at 4. Now 5. TJ can tie this thing up 1-1 at 7.
Well, that's a long way to go.
Now 8.
That's a long way to go.
9.
he
And it's
broke it.
1-0. Josh Alexander, as he breaks the count, what would have tied this thing up 1-1.
And did you notice TJP sunk down in the corner like, oh my goodness, what do I got to do? He thought he was going to get that count, the 10 count there.
We were being told throughout this match that there was a sellout at the monitors, but the roster wanted to get a closer look. TJP, here we go. Mamba splash.
If he
Tie
can,
this thing up.
this is it. This is the equalizer right here if he can hit this. TJ's so spent, he can't even get his other foot up.
Here we go. Oh, it took too long.
Yeah, Josh Alexander saw that, you know, got his wits back about him, but look at the blood streaming from the face of Josh Alexander.
Myers and Sam Beal out here as the minutes starting to get us closer to the top of the hour in Impact Wrestling, folks, but this is still BTI. Josh Alexander is still the X Division champion, and he was sent off the ropes courtesy of TJP trying to get back into this, make it 1-1.
Oh, trio woe, and Josh Alexander's locked in. How can TJ capitalize on this?
Chris Bay has now made his way to ringside. Alexander is locked up in the tree of woe. The challenger knows that the time is not his friend. The clock is not his friend. He's got to get this thing tied up.
TJ can't even capitalize on it. He's so spent.
Oh! Look at TJP! TJ saying, come on, walking weapon.
They are just teeing off on each other.
And TJP's got Josh Alexander, took his headgear off. Ladies and gentlemen, the score is 1-0 in favor of the champion, Josh Alexander, in this 60-minute Iron Man matchup.
Oh, look, foot wash!
is Impact Wrestling on Access TV. It's the final 8 minutes of the 60-minute Iron Man match between champion Josh Alexander and the challenger TJP. Alexander's up 1-0, but maybe not for long. Maybe not for long. Shoulders down and a kick out and 2.
And right now you can see TJ's up in the elevation, up in the intensity here. He's got to get this pin quickly.
TJP cover, looking to make it 1-1 and another kick out. The stars of Impact Wrestling have made their way around the ring to watch the final minutes of this 60-minute Iron Man match for the coveted X Division Championship. Use the hashtag Impact on Access TV. We hope you've been enjoying this match throughout BTI. You can feel the energy in the Impact Zone.
And right now, TJ being down 1-0, he's gonna pull out all the stops. He's gotta tie this thing up quickly.
TJP creates some separation, goes off the ropes, and a collision in the center of the ring. Both men down.
Both men down, favors Josh Alexander, because TJ is just as hurt as Josh is right now.
But why does it favor Alexander? Because he's up 1-0.
And the clock is ticking, the clock doesn't stop.
6.5 minutes to go. Josh Alexander does not need a fall. He's up 1-0. We saw a different side, a more violent side of Josh Alexander looking to end the career of TJP earlier. His colleagues pleaded with him, don't do it. And the match continues.
TJ's looking, he saw him glance at the clock. He knows there's 6 minutes left. He's got to do something quickly.
Double underhook. TJ lands on his feet. TJ spins Alexander down. Shoulders on the canvas, and we're all tied. No. And throughout this Iron Man match, this has been the story, folks. It's been Alexander in control. It's been a flurry from TJP and then shut down by the champion.
And you see the Impact roster is out here cheering both men on. They've watched 50+ minutes of them just going at it and going at it. And now, where's TJ going? What's he got in mind?
TJP already went for the Mamba Splash once in this match, came up empty. Josh Alexander scored the only fall about 20 minutes in with 40 minutes to go when they were exchanging pinfalls. And now with, you can see, folks, 5 minutes on the clock. TJP is in his best position yet to secure a fall.
The most sustained flurry of offense we've seen out of TJP for the entire match is happening right now, and he needs it now because we're under 5 minutes to go. And TJ just looked at the clock. He just looked at the clock.
Yes, he did. And now he's going to look to drive his boot to the face of Josh Alexander, a bloodied and bruised Alexander.
Look at Josh. Josh is grabbing the ankle lock.
Oh, my. He went from being boot washed to holding on to the ankle. And if he can cinch this in, TJ is fingertips away. TJ trying to fight free. What's left of those kicks, if anything?
Detonation kick. Get cover. If he gets the cover, we're tied.
Signature move by TJP. The detonation kick gets us off. No, it does not. No, it does not.
What is TJ got to be thinking right now? What do I got to do to end this match? To at least get it tied.
How are we not all square after that?
Oh, look, TJ, look, he's going for Mamba. He's going up.
He's got nothing left in his legs.
He's on rubber. His legs are rubber right now.
Under 4 minutes to go. TJP, one last Mamba splash.
Got it.
Now we will be even. And another kick out.
Josh Alexander is digging down deep right there.
Another kick out. Look at Alexander. He's holding the ankle of TJP. He's knocked out. I think, he just let it go, but he had the ankle of TJP.
Josh Alexander is, once again, he is hurting bad. TJ is really starting to feel the momentum. He's building and building at the right time. But does he have enough time to get this fall to even it up?
He's got 3 minutes left. 3 minutes for the rest of his career.
detonation. No, ankle lock.
The detonation kick turned into an ankle lock, and if Josh Alexander at this point goes up 2-0, it's over.
Well, hell, he's even gonna go 2-0. He's just gotta sit down and just sit, let time run out.
2 minutes, 40 seconds to go. That ankle lock is in deep. Alexander hangs on, shoulders down, 2-0, and TJP pops free. And TJP's got a hold. He's got the leg grapevine.
And you see Josh, look at the clock.
Josh Alexander has to hang on for 2 minutes and 15 seconds, or get to the ropes and get a break, or tap out, and we'll be all square.
The last thing that Josh Alexander wants to do right now, he can't give up a fall. He can't. Oh, look at TJ locking it in.
TJP has a figure 4 on the legs. Alexander maybe tapping out. He's got the ankle locked up, does TJP. How much can you take, walking weapon?
Oh, look, he's going for the ankle lock right there. He's got the ankle lock. How the hell did he do that?
No idea. TJP probably felt like he was absolutely safe in an offensive driver's position.
What's the clock? 90 seconds. We got 90 seconds left on the clock.
Insiguri ducked, and Alexander can go even deeper with this ankle lock. TJP is now, he's a fingertip away from that bottom rope. He couldn't wrap his hand around it. Alexander's driving him back towards the center of the ring.
If Josh sits down on this, he's just got to wait the clock out now.
Well, he's got the arm trapped. Arm is trapped.
This is it.
Now, Dilo, this is what you said.
That's it right there.
This is what you said.
He can run the clock out right now.
TJP may tap out, but it may be a moot point. With the clock just bleeding down.
We are under a minute.
45 seconds to go.
Oh my goodness. This match is running out on TJP. And Josh
It's gonna
knows
be
it.
over. Absolutely thrilling. 30 seconds. TJP is so far away right now from that bottom rope.
And Josh is scooting him further away from the ropes, closer to the center of the ring. This is it.
If he taps, it may not matter.
TJ's
Give
done.
credit to
The clock is running. 10 seconds.
9, 8, 7, 6. TJP's up. TJP's up. Shoulders down. TJP's got it. It's time.
The winner of the fall, TJP.
Wow. TJP with the Hail Mary with 4 seconds left.
Shocked faces ringside. We're going to sudden death. Overtime.
Wow.
Referee Brian Hunter giving instructions to our ring announcer David Penzer.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 60 minutes has expired with the score tied 1-1. We will now go into sudden death, where the first wrestler to gain a fall will be the winner and X Division champion.
D'Lo, we mentioned it briefly early on in this match because honestly I didn't think it was going to come into play. Sudden death, no clock. There's no more time. That's not an issue.
How's it
They just wrestled for a damn hour.
How does it affect the psyche of Josh Alexander getting that fall at 20 minutes, carrying the lead for 40, and letting it be tied up literally in the dying seconds of this match?
Do you think as the athletes were counting down, D'Lo, 5, 4, Alexander sort of let up, realizing this is over?
He had to. I mean, he had to because it allowed TJP to get that leverage to stand up and lock back, and that I don't even know what that was.
This is amazing. Referee Brian Hunter will count to 30. There was a fall, folks. It took us to sudden death. He's at 25 now. 5 more seconds, and then these guys are going to be let out of their cages, and this sudden death will officially begin. There's 30 seconds, and here we go. Who has what it takes? Who can dig down deep and become X Division champion?
Look at these two battered and broken warriors going at it. 60 plus minutes, and still throwing haymakers at each other.
Both men on wobbly legs. They've wrestled for 60 minutes. And they're square up, knuckle up.
My goodness, look at this going. And Josh right now, continuing the pace he had before, taking it right to TJP.
You want to know what the X Division Championship means to the stars of Impact Wrestling? You want to question what the X Division is? Just look at these two men. That's what it means.
And
big shot there.
And look around the ring. The entire Impact locker room is out here. That's what it means to this whole company.
TJP misses twice. Is that a standing Phoenix splash?
It looked like a standing senton Phoenix splash something.
Oh!
Look at this. Josh Alexander, he's took the momentum. He's going up the second, up to the top.
Alexander in the lights. Moonsault connects.
Here it is.
Josh Alexander retained. TJ kicked out. TJP kicked out. Alexander looking for more offense.
Powerbomb with a knee.
Another kick out. Another kick out. How on planet Earth is this happening?
What I've watched for the last 60-plus minutes, all I gotta say is this is wrestling.
This is Impact. Hands locked.
He got it! That's it! That's it!
And Josh Alexander retains his title.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the Iron Man match, and still X Division champion, Josh Alexander.
60-plus minutes. The respect of the Impact roster, the respect of everyone watching around the world. Here on Impact tonight, it started on BTI. It concludes on Impact Wrestling. D'Lo Josh Alexander retains the championship, and TJP proves what kind of athlete he is.
You know, that's a match where someone had to win, but neither lost. That was a great exhibition of what we do in this company. And right there's your X Division champion after 60-plus minutes of hard-fought wrestling. That was a clinic. Champion after 60-plus minutes of hard-fought wrestling. That was a clinic.
Absolutely incredible. Absolutely amazing. We can all breathe. Feels like we haven't done that in 60-plus minutes.
Damn right.
And a standing ovation for these two men. These two warriors. These two athletes.
Look at Josh Alexander, battered and bruised, but unwavering. It's going to take somebody on their best night to beat that man.
Show of mutual respect. Alexander, he went to the dark side towards the end of this match. He was talked off the ledge. But in the end, they come together, they embrace, and Josh Alexander given the belt, the X Division Championship title by TJP. A special moment here tonight, D'Lo.
That's the ultimate sign of respect right there, putting the belt around the waist of the champion. Wow, what competitors, what champions.
What a night that's just getting started here in Impact Wrestling.